Why do people make seemingly irrational financial decisions? People's financial decisions are heavily influenced by their unique life experiences, especially those encountered early in adulthood. These experiences shape our understanding of risk, reward, and the overall functioning of the financial world. What might seem irrational to one person could make perfect sense to another based on their background and exposure to economic events like inflation, recessions, or market booms. It's crucial to recognize that financial decision-making is not solely driven by logic and spreadsheets, but also by emotions, personal history, and social influences. What role do luck and risk play in financial success? Luck and risk are intertwined forces that significantly impact financial outcomes. While individual effort is important, external factors often play a larger role than we realize. Bill Gates' access to a computer in high school, a 1 in a million opportunity at the time, undoubtedly contributed to his success. Conversely, his friend Kent Evans, equally talented, tragically died young, highlighting the unpredictable nature of risk. It's essential to acknowledge the influence of both luck and risk when evaluating financial success, both our own and that of others. How does the concept of enough relate to financial well-being? The concept of enough refers to recognizing a point of financial sufficiency where one's needs and reasonable wants are met. Constantly striving for more without a sense of enough can lead to unnecessary risk-taking and potential regret. Comparing ourselves to others only exacerbates this problem. Recognizing enough allows us to focus on what truly matters: happiness, freedom, and strong relationships rather than endlessly chasing greater wealth. What can ice ages teach us about growing our money? Ice ages demonstrate the power of compounding. Relatively small changes in conditions, like slightly cooler summers, can trigger a chain reaction leading to massive ice sheets. Similarly, with money, consistent investing over long periods, even with small amounts, can yield surprisingly large returns. Warren Buffett's immense wealth is largely attributed to his early start in investing and decades of compounding. Why is staying wealthy often harder than getting wealthy? Maintaining wealth requires a different set of skills than acquiring it. It demands frugality, paranoia, and a focus on survival. Jesse Livermore, a legendary trader, made a fortune during the 1929 crash, but later lost it all. His story emphasizes the importance of avoiding catastrophic losses and staying grounded even amidst success. What is the significance of tails in business and investing? Tails represent the extreme ends of a distribution of outcomes. In finance, a small number of tail events often account for the majority of results. A venture capitalist might expect only a few investments out of many to generate substantial returns. Similarly, a few exceptional stocks can drive the overall performance of the stock market. Understanding this dynamic helps us appreciate the normalcy of failures and the importance of capitalizing on the rare, impactful wins. Why is it crucial to stay calm during times of market turmoil? Reacting emotionally to market downturns can severely harm long-term investment returns. Staying calm and maintaining a consistent investment strategy, even during recessions, often leads to significantly better outcomes. Panicking and selling at the wrong time can erase years of gains. Like a pilot navigating through moments of terror, successful investors weather short-term volatility to reap the rewards of long-term growth. How can we apply the concept of tails to our own lives and careers? Recognizing the prevalence of tails reminds us that failures and setbacks are a normal part of any endeavor. Just as a few successful products drive a company's growth, a few key decisions or accomplishments can shape our careers. Embracing this reality allows us to be more resilient in the face of adversity, knowing that persistence and a willingness to experiment are key to achieving long-term success. Why is having control over your time the highest dividend money pays? While money can buy material possessions, its greatest value lies in its ability to provide control over your time. This control translates to freedom and flexibility in various aspects of life. Taking time off when sick, pursuing fulfilling but perhaps lower-paying jobs, managing medical emergencies without financial strain, and retiring on your own terms. Essentially, money buys options and the autonomy to shape your life according to your values and desires. How can wealth be what you don't see? Wealth is often associated with flashy displays of possessions, but true wealth is built on financial assets that haven't been converted into material goods. It's the money saved and invested, the opportunities foregone in favor of long-term financial security. While rich signifies a high current income, wealthy indicates accumulated assets that offer financial freedom and future potential. Why is a high savings rate more important than high investment returns for building wealth? While investment returns contribute to wealth accumulation, they involve an inherent level of uncertainty and are largely out of your control. In contrast, a high savings rate is entirely within your control and guarantees consistent progress toward your financial goals. Like energy efficiency, focusing on what you can control saving consistently yields more dependable results than relying solely on unpredictable market fluctuations. What is the benefit of saving without a specific spending goal? Saving for a particular purpose, like a down payment or retirement, is worthwhile. However, saving without a specific goal creates a financial buffer against unexpected life events. It provides options and flexibility, allowing you to adapt to changing circumstances, seize opportunities, and make choices based on your evolving needs and aspirations. Why is it better to be reasonable rather than rational when making financial decisions? While financial theory often emphasizes rational, data-driven choices, real-world decisions are influenced by emotions, personal circumstances, and social contexts. Striving for reasonableness means acknowledging these factors and making choices that allow you to sleep well at night, even if they deviate slightly from mathematical optimization. Long-term financial success relies on sustainable strategies you can stick with, even during turbulent times. What is the historians as profits fallacy in investing, and why is it dangerous? This fallacy refers to the over-reliance on historical data to predict future market behavior. While history offers valuable insights into general patterns and human behavior, it cannot account for the constant evolution of economies, industries, and technologies. Extrapolating past trends directly onto the future ignores the impact of innovation, structural changes, and unpredictable events that shape financial landscapes. Why is it essential to acknowledge that things that have never happened before happen all the time in the context of investing? The history of financial markets is punctuated by unexpected events from wars and pandemics to technological breakthroughs. Relying solely on past data to assess risk and predict outcomes leaves investors vulnerable to unprecedented occurrences that can significantly impact markets. Acknowledging the possibility of the unforeseen encourages flexibility, adaptability, and a healthy respect for the ever-changing nature of the financial world. How has the evolution of the financial landscape, with changes like the rise of 401(k)s and venture capital, affected how we should approach investing today? The emergence of new financial instruments and structures in recent decades has fundamentally altered how individuals save, invest, and build wealth. Historical data from periods prior to these developments may not accurately reflect the current dynamics of markets and investing strategies. Staying informed about contemporary trends and adapting strategies to reflect the evolving financial landscape is crucial for making sound investment decisions. What is the concept of room for error in personal finance, and why is it important? Room for error, also known as margin of safety, is the idea of creating a buffer in your financial plans to account for unexpected events, mistakes, and uncertainties. It's crucial because life is unpredictable and unforeseen circumstances can impact your finances significantly. Imagine planning a road trip based solely on the estimated travel time. Without factoring in potential delays like traffic jams or detours, you risk arriving late. Similarly, financial plans without a margin of safety may crumble when unexpected expenses or market downturns occur. How does optimism bias affect risk-taking in financial decisions? Optimism bias is the tendency to overestimate the likelihood of positive outcomes and underestimate potential risks. In finance, this can lead to excessive risk-taking. People often focus on the potential rewards of an investment while downplaying the chances of losses. This can result in devastating consequences, particularly when leverage is involved. Think of it like this. Playing Russian roulette might offer favorable odds of winning, but the potential downside death is so severe that no amount of potential reward justifies the risk. Similarly, investing in ventures with a high probability of success, but a catastrophic downside if they fail can be financially ruinous. Why do financial bubbles occur, and how can understanding different investor time horizons help explain them? Financial bubbles arise when asset prices surge far beyond their intrinsic value. One contributing factor is the varying time horizons of different investors. Short-term traders, focused on immediate price movements, may drive up prices, attracting more short-term speculation and creating momentum. Long-term investors, observing rising prices, might misinterpret this short-term frenzy as a sign of sustainable growth, leading them to buy at inflated prices. Imagine two groups of people at an auction. One group aims to quickly resell the items for a small profit short term, while the other seeks long-term ownership. The short-term group's aggressive bidding can artificially inflate prices, misleading the long-term buyers. Why does pessimism often seem more credible than optimism, particularly in financial matters? Pessimism appears more credible because it aligns with our natural tendency to focus on threats and negative possibilities. This negativity bias stems from our evolutionary past, where prioritizing threats over opportunities increased survival chances. Additionally, pessimism tends to be more complex and analytical, leading to seemingly more intelligent arguments. For instance, news reports often highlight economic downturns and potential risks, grabbing our attention more effectively than positive economic indicators. This constant barrage of negative information reinforces pessimistic outlooks, making them seem more realistic. How do appealing fictions influence our financial decisions? Appealing fictions are beliefs we cling to because they offer comfort or align with our desires, even if they lack evidence. In finance, this can manifest as believing in unrealistic investment schemes, market predictions, or economic narratives because they promise desirable outcomes. Imagine someone desperately seeking a cure for a serious illness. They might be more inclined to believe in unproven treatments because the desire for a solution outweighs their skepticism. Similarly, investors seeking high returns might fall prey to financial scams or risky ventures that promise improbable gains. What is the role of stories and narratives in shaping our economic perceptions and behaviors? Stories profoundly influence economic behavior. Narratives about economic prospects, market trends, and financial risks shape our perceptions and decisions. Positive stories can fuel investment and economic growth, while negative narratives can lead to pessimism and economic downturns. Think of the 2008 financial crisis. While the underlying economic fundamentals hadn't drastically changed overnight, a shift in the narrative surrounding the housing market and financial institutions triggered panic and a massive economic downturn. The story, more than the tangible reality, drove behavior. How can understanding that we operate with incomplete worldviews improve our financial decision-making? Recognizing the limitations of our own worldviews helps us make better financial decisions. We tend to form narratives based on our limited knowledge and experiences, neglecting the vast amount of information we lack. This can lead to overconfidence and poor judgments. Imagine trying to navigate a complex city with only a rudimentary map. You might miss important landmarks or take inefficient routes. Similarly, making financial decisions based on a limited understanding of the market or economy can lead to costly mistakes. Acknowledging our blind spots encourages humility and a greater appreciation for the complexity of financial systems. Why is acknowledging volatility as a fee rather than a fine crucial for long-term investment success? Viewing market volatility as a fee rather than a fine is essential for long-term investment success. Volatility, the ups and downs of the market, is inherent to investing. Trying to avoid it entirely often leads to missed opportunities or even greater losses. Think of an amusement park admission fee. You pay the fee for the experience, knowing there might be queues or unexpected weather, but focusing on the overall enjoyment. Similarly, accepting volatility as the cost of participating in the market helps investors weather short-term fluctuations and stay focused on long-term growth. Why is personal finance advice so difficult to give? Just like medical treatments, financial advice is not one size fits all. What works for one person may not work for another. Everyone has unique financial goals, risk tolerances, and life circumstances. A good financial advisor, like a good doctor, will consider these individual factors and help you find a plan that aligns with your specific needs and values, not just a generic strategy. What is the key to building wealth? The key to building wealth is saving. Wealth is created by the gap between your income and your ego-driven spending. By suppressing the urge to spend impulsively and consistently saving a portion of your income, you create the foundation for future wealth. This principle applies regardless of your income level. What is the most important factor in successful investing? Time is the most powerful force in investing. A long time horizon allows for the magic of compounding to work its effect, turning small, consistent investments into significant wealth over time. Patience is crucial, as it allows you to ride out market fluctuations and benefit from long-term growth. How can I manage risk in my investments? Accept that things will go wrong. No investment strategy is foolproof, and even the best investors experience losses. Diversification is key to managing risk. Instead of focusing on individual investments, assess your portfolio as a whole. A few outstanding winners can offset a larger number of poor performers. What should be my primary financial goal? Strive for financial independence. This doesn't necessarily mean early retirement, but rather the ability to have control over your time and choices. Financial independence allows you to pursue work you enjoy on your own terms, without being driven solely by financial necessity. Is it better to own individual stocks or index funds? While some skilled investors can outperform the market by picking individual stocks, for most people, dollar-cost averaging into low-cost index funds offers the highest probability of long-term success. Index funds provide broad market exposure and eliminate the need for individual stock selection, reducing risk and simplifying the investment process. Why is having a cash reserve important? Maintaining a cash reserve provides a sense of security and financial flexibility. Unexpected expenses and emergencies are an inevitable part of life. Having a cash cushion allows you to handle these situations without being forced to sell investments at inopportune times, potentially interrupting long-term compounding. What is the ultimate goal of mastering the psychology of money? Mastering the psychology of money means aligning your financial decisions with your values and goals, allowing you to sleep well at night. It's not about blindly following rules or chasing the highest returns, but finding a balance that provides financial security and peace of mind while enabling you to live a fulfilling life.